Hello, Meteor.
Hello, Meteor.
Have you heard about the website called Discovery.com?
Discovery.com is my guidebook for life. I learned how to plant an herb garden, train my dog, and cure my dandruff.
I learned that most meteors burn up in Earth's atmosphere. Ah! The atmosphere! Ah!
The atmosphere!
The sun, an unimaginable inferno, a constantly running thermonuclear furnace. Churning storms on its surface we witness as sunspots. Heated columns of gas erupting from its surface, 300,000 miles or more into space. All pulled and twisted by intense magnetic fields. The sun produces energy equivalent to 1 trillion hydrogen bombs going off every second, day in, day out. The spectacular coronal loops of plasma witnessed emanating from the surface of the sun is a truly awesome sight to behold. Solar physicists state that there is a high possibility that these coronal loops that emanate from the sun's surface may be only the wrinkles within a much larger structure, a vast veil of plasma. These spectacular coronal loops of hot plasma that arc for thousands of miles above magnetically active regions of the sun, forming curving strands within a magnetic sheet or curtain that is being pulled and wrinkled. Solar physicists have named the much larger structure a coronal veil, and they suspect that the bright coronal loops that can be observed in hydrogen alpha telescopes appear where the veil is wrinkled, and where a line of sight runs through more of this wrinkled veil. This makes for an entirely new paradigm of understanding the sun's atmosphere. Solar physicists readily acknowledge that much more work must be done to verify their hypothesis, and there are plenty of challenges in doing so observationally. The team thinks the structures are so complex that even with multiple viewpoints, it would be very hard, if not impossible, to tell which loop is which and to determine the geometry of the solar veil. Making direct measurements of the coronal veil with spacecraft is also beyond our capabilities at this point in time. NASA's Parker Solar Probe, launched in 2018, came within 4 million miles of the sun's visible surface. To directly sample coronal loops or make in situ measurements to test the solar veil hypothesis, a solar probe would have to get about 1,000 times closer. For now, solar physicists will have to make do with performing more modeling and comparing the results to observations. One strategy to distinguish between the loop and veil theories is to look at the contrast in brightness of apparent loops, as well as the space between them. Strands should stand out starkly against their background, while a veil would result in more diffuse emission between the bright wrinkles. Improvements in modeling will enable a stronger observational strategy, thereby resulting in observational confirmation or not.